everyone, welcome back to my channel Tutelage, a guide to economics. Here this is Sriborna. Hope you all are doing great. In my previous session, we have already discussed the price and value of a commodity and their basic differences and concepts about inflation and their types, that is demand pull inflation and cost push inflation. Now we will discuss one of the important topic on economics, that is elasticity. I hope it will be another important session to everyone. So if you have missed my last session, so please go and check my description box and first comment also, where previous session link is already shared. So learner, let's check what we will explain now. Move on the next slide. Here this is the next slide and we can see there are some subtopics for today's session. The first one is what is elasticity, that means the definition of elasticity. The second one is elasticity of demand and supply. At first we have to explain the elasticity of demand part, so that's why the types of elasticity, and the elasticity of demand is of three types. The first one is price elasticity, second one is income elasticity, and third one is cross price elasticity of demand. So at first we have to discuss the price elasticity of demand. So that's why the first concept, that is concept or definition of price elasticity of demand. The second thing is types of price elasticity of demand and their graphical representations, and explanation on the price elasticity of demand along the same demand curve. So do not waste any time. Let's begin the session and go to the next slide. Here this is the next slide and we can see the definition of elasticity. So at first we have to know what is elasticity. So do you have, learner, any idea what is meant by elasticity? So elasticity is basically a ability to change and adapt. That means adaptability. So the ability of an object or material to resume its normal shape after being stretched or compressed. Okay, so here this is the pictorial example for elasticity concept. So we can see in this given picture a rubber band is stretched by two fingers. Clear? So ability of rubber band to resume its normal shape after being stretched or compressed. Clear? So elasticity concept falls under the concept of demand and supply. So elasticity basically an economic concept, and it measures the change in quantity demanded of a good or service in relation to the price movements of the particular good or service. So that means this concept falls under the concept of demand and supply. At first we have to discuss the demand portion. So we know that there are various demand determinants. The first thing is price. The second one is price of the other related products. Third one is taste and preferences, and the fourth one is income of the consumer. Clear? So law of demand states that other factors remain constant, only price of the product will increase, the quantity demanded for that particular product will decrease, and it indicates an inverse relationship. It indicates an inverse relationship between quantity demanded of a particular product and price of that product. Clear? So it measures, so elasticity concept measures the change in quantity demanded of a good or services in relation to the only price movements, not the other factors. Clear? So now we are going to the next slide. Here this is the next slide, that is elasticity of demand, and we have already told that at first we have to explain the demand portion. So that's why this is the definition of elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand refers to the degree to which demand responds to a change in another economic factor. That means the demand factor. So such as a price of the product, price of the other related products, taste and preferences, income, everything. Okay. So in symbolically, so elasticity of demand is a measure of how sensitive of quantity demanded is to its price of the particular product or services. Now, going to the next thing, that is in symbolically, elasticity of demand equals to the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price, and quantity demanded is indicated by Q D and price is indicated by price. Okay, so suppose for example, suppose P1 is P0 is 5 and P1 is 7. So what is the change in price? So change in price means P1 minus P0, that means 7 minus 5. Clear? That means 2. So 2 is the change in price. Clear? Always P1 minus 0, not P0 minus P1. Clear? Now we are going to the next thing. So quantity demanded. So quantity demanded is indicated by QD. Okay. So suppose QD0 equals to 10 and QD1 equals to 7. Okay. So what is the change in quantity demand? That means QD1 minus QD0, that is 7 minus 10, that is equals to minus 3. Clear? What is the change in quantity demand and what is the change in quantity price? So change in quantity demanded means QD1 minus QD0. Present quantity demanded for the present situation minus the quantity demanded for the past situation. Clear? Now we are going to the next concept. So here this is the next slide, same explanation for the supply portion also, and here this is the definition of elasticity of supply. So it refers to the degree to which not demand, that is supply, so it's a mistake of mine. So it refers to the degree to which supply responds to a change in another economic factors. Such another economic factors means another supply determinants or factor, as price, income level, the number of sellers, the price of the joint products, the price of the other substitute and complement products. Here in symbolically, percentage change in quantity supplied divided by percentage change in price. So suppose the present situation, the quantity supplied, that is QS1 equals to 10 and the previous period QS0 equals to 12. So what is the basic differences between these two situations? That is QS1 minus QS0 equal, that means 10 minus 12 equals to minus 2. Clear? That is the change in quantity supplied, and same thing for the change in price concept. Okay, so elasticity of supply measures how quantity supplied, how the amount of quantity supplied shifts when the other economic factors or the supply determinants changes. When fluctuating, the amount of demand or amount of supply is unrelated to an economic factor, that means the demand determinants or the supply determinants, this is known as the inelasticity. So inelasticity. Clear? So inelasticity means there is no relation between quantity demanded, amount of quantity demanded or amount of quantity supplied with the price or other related factors or the demand determinants or the supply determinants. Clear? Now we are going to the next slide. Here, this is the next slide, and we can see elasticity of demand is of three types. The first one is price elasticity of demand, the second one is income elasticity of demand, and third one is cross price elasticity of demand. At first, we have to explain the price elasticity of demand for today's session most probably. So now we are moving on the next. This is the price elasticity of demand. So now we are going to the definition. So price elasticity of demand is the degree of responsiveness in quantity demanded due to the change in price of the product. Okay. It measures how amount of quantity demanded shifts when the price of the product change. Clear? So elasticity, we have already told that elasticity of demand is of three types. The first type is price elasticity of demand. So that's why both definition are same. Okay, so now going to the formula. So price elasticity of demand equals to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. In previous slide, we have already told the change portion and how it will come. Okay, how it will come. So now, here this is the explanation. So percentage change in quantity demanded means 1 minute, delta Q divided by Q into 100. That means percentage change in quantity demanded. Clear? Delta Q means Q1 minus Q0, not Q0 minus Q1. Mind it. Okay. Now going to the next thing, that is percentage change in price. That means delta P by P into 100. And so formula is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So that means, clear? So 100 cancel out. So the rest is delta Q by Q divided by delta P by P. Clear? So delta Q by Q into P by delta P. Is it clear? So delta Q by delta P here. So delta Q, sorry. The rest is delta Q by Q into P by delta Q. Clear? So we can write delta Q, sorry, that is P. So we can write delta Q by delta P. Clear? So delta Q by delta P into P1 or P, both are same. Okay, P means the original price, the present situation's price and quantity demanded, P and Q, or P1 or Q1. Clear? So P1 by Q1, that means P by Q. So P by Q. Clear? How it comes? Delta Q by P into P1 by Q1 or P by Q1, both are same. Clear? Now going to the third stanza of this slide. So price elasticity of demand for basically the normal good will be a negative because it shows an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Clear? So now we are going to the next. So price elasticity of demand is of 5 types. The first one is perfectly elastic demand. The second one is perfectly inelastic demand. Third one is relatively elastic demand. Fourth one is relatively inelastic demand. And fifth one is unitary elastic demand. So we have already discussed the elastic or inelastic. Clear? So elastic means there is a relationship between quantity demanded with the price of the product or other factors of demand. And inelastic means there is no relation. Okay, so fluctuating or changes in quantity demand is unrelated to any economic factor or demand factor or the price of the product. Clear? So this is the basic idea behind the elastic and inelastic thing, and we can see price elasticity of demand is of 5 types. The first one is perfectly elastic demand, second one is perfectly inelastic demand, third one is relatively elastic, fourth one is relatively inelastic, and fifth one is unitary elastic. Now we are going to the next slide, and where we will explain that all types of price elasticity of demand with graphical explanation. Okay, so now we are going to the next slide. So here this is the next slide, and we can see there are two types of price elasticity of demand. The first one is infinite elastic or perfectly elastic, and second one is zero elastic or perfectly inelastic. So at first we have to explain the infinite elastic or perfectly elastic concept. So when there is no change in price but amount of quantity demanded changes. So in this case, the demand curve is parallel to the x-axis as in D1, and price elasticity of demand equals to infinite. We all know that the formula of price elasticity of demand, that is percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Clear? So here there is no change in price. That means, for example, that is equals to 0. And the change in demand changes, that means change in quantity demand equals to 1. So we putting these values in this formula, so 1 divided by 0. Clear? Because there is no change in price, so numerator is 1 and denominator is 0, so that means that equals to infinite. Clear? Price elasticity of demand is infinite. So I think it is very much clear when we can use the graphical representation of it. So now we are moving on the next slide. So here this is the graphical representation of infinite elastic or perfectly elastic concept, and price is measured in the y-axis or the vertical axis, and quantity demanded is measured in the x-axis or the horizontal axis. Clear? And D1 is the demand curve for infinite elastic or perfectly elastic, and PED, that means price elasticity of demand, is infinite because 1 divided by 0. Clear? And here price is fixed, so there is no change in price. Amount of quantity demanded changes. So suppose the price is P bar, the amount of quantity demanded changes. Clear? Now we are going to the next part, that next type also. So that is zero elastic or perfectly inelastic. Clear? So for this case, when there is no change in quantity demanded but price changes, that means changes in quantity demand equals to 0 and change in price equals to 1. That means we can put these values in the formula of price elasticity of demand. That means 0 divided by 1, that equals to 0. So that's why demand curve for that particular case is parallel to the y-axis as in D2. So now we are going to the next slide, and D2 is the demand curve for zero elastic or perfectly inelastic demand curve, because price level changes from P1 to P2, P3 and so on, but quantity demanded, amount of quantity demanded is remain unchanged. Clear? Now we are going to the next part, next type also. So go to the next slide. Sorry. This is the next third type of price elasticity of demand. The third one is relatively elastic and fourth one is relatively inelastic. Clear? So in this case, when percentage change in quantity demanded is more than percentage change in demand, so that is known as relatively elastic. For example, change in quantity demanded is 3 and percentage change in price equals to 1, for example. Okay. So we can put these values in the formula price elasticity of demand. That means 3 percentage change in quantity demand, that is 3, divided by percentage change in price, that means 1. That equals to 3 by 1 equals to 3. So that is greater than 1. So price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Clear? So now we are going to the graphical representation of the relatively elastic demand curve. So relatively elastic demand curve is, relatively elastic demand curve is D3. So, D3, so price is P1 and quantity demanded is Q1. Now, price increases from P1 to P2. Extremely sorry. So here, this is the D3. So price is P1, that is Q1. Price decreases, that is P2, from P1 to P2, that is Q2. So the decrease in price, so amount of change in price is lower than the amount of change in quantity demanded. So for that case, the amount of quantity demanded is greater than the amount of change in price. So it is clear for from the graphical representation of relatively elastic demand curve, because the differences between P1 to P2 is lower than the difference between Q1 and Q2, because Q1 Q2 gap is greater than the gap between P1 and P2. Clear? So now we are going to the next type, that is relatively inelastic. So for relatively inelastic concept, percentage change in price is greater than the percentage change in quantity demand, and demand curve will be steeper as in D4. So price elasticity of demand is less than 1. So for example, the change in price, percentage change in price is 1, and percentage change in quantity demand is 3. So that is 3 and that is 1. Clear? Because always percentage change in price is greater than the percentage change in quantity demand, that means 3 and 1. So we can put this value in the formula of the price elasticity of demand. That means percentage change in quantity demand equals to 1 divided by 3. that is less than 1. Obviously 1 by 3 is less than 1. So price elasticity of demand is less than 1. Clear? And now going to the graphical representation of it. So here this is the slide for graphical representation of relatively inelastic demand curve. So again price is measured in the vertical, the vertical axis, and quantity demanded is measured in the horizontal axis, and D4 is the demand curve, relatively inelastic demand curve, and it is steeper than the other one. So the price is P1 and quantity demanded is Q1. So price decreases from P1 to P2. The quantity demanded increases from Q1 to Q2. But the gap between P1 and P2 is greater than the gap between Q1 and Q2. Clear? That is the graphical representation of the relatively inelastic demand curve. So now we are moving on the next slide, that is a unitary elastic demand curve concept. So in this case, percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to the percentage change in price. That means for example, we can write a percentage change in quantity demand is equals to 1 and percentage change in price is equals to 1. That means 1 equals to 1. So that's why price elasticity of demand is 1. Clear? So now we are going to the next slide. Here this is the graphical representation of unitary elastic demand curve, and we can see price is measured in the vertical axis and quantity demanded is measured in the horizontal axis. Okay. And price elasticity of demand is equals to 1 because change in quantity demand, the percentage change in quantity demand is equal to the percentage change in price. That means both are 3, so 3 by 3 equals to 1. 3 by 3 equals to 1, so that's why price elasticity of demand equals to 1. So now we are moving to the next. So here this is the last subtopic for today's session. So this is the price elasticity of demand along the same demand curve. Okay, again we can see price is measured in the vertical axis and quantity demanded is measured in the horizontal axis, and at point A price elasticity of demand is infinite, and C, this is the middle point of the AE demand curve. So at point C price elasticity of demand equals to 1, and at point E, which is at the x-axis, that indicates price elasticity of demand equals to 0. Clear? So between A and C, the price elasticity of demand equals to greater than 1. That means it indicates the relatively elastic demand. And between C and E, that shows the price elasticity of demand is less than 1. That indicates relatively inelastic demand. Clear? So we are done for today's session. I hope it is clear to everyone. So in my next class, we will explain the another part of elasticity that includes the income elasticity concept and the determinants of price elasticity and why the price elasticity of demand is important, and the graphical representation of the income elasticity of demand. And for today's session, we have already discussed the preliminary concept of elasticity and elasticity of demand, and what is the elasticity of supply, and the types of elasticity of demand and their graphical representations with explanation and mathematical explanation also. So I will come again with a super duper exciting session. If you like my video, so please like, share, comment on the video, and please subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. Thank you.